So in this video, we're going to be talking about AMD versus Intel and how AMD is kicking Intel's butt right now. And when the next earnings report comes out, I think AMD is going. When Intel's earnings reports come out, their revenue and gross margins are going to go down dramatically. It could affect the stock in a big way. So, this could be an opportunity to buy some put options if you are in the option market or short Intel stock. If you think Intel stock is going to drop. None of this is financial advice, but I think that there's a possibility that Intel could drop, anywhere between 10 to 20% after they report earnings. I think it's like next week. I'm not 100% sure on this, so we'll find out. I'm gonna get to the article that talks about how AMD is stealing Intel's market share. So as you can see in this article, Intel is set to take gross margin hit due to AMD gaining market share, says analyst. This is a WWCF Tech article, but it's so obvious. You don't have to be an analyst to like figure this out. You just gotta really kind of follow the industry. But yeah, AMD is going to be taking dramatic share from Intel, and when the earnings come up next week, it's going to be horrible. At least that's my opinion. And there could be a big dramatic crash in the stock price. But again, none of this is financial advice. Just my opinion. Because Intel, like when they report earnings, their stock is usually very volatile. It's either going to go up or it's going to go down like 20%. So could be a really good option play for around earnings time, but again, not financial advice, just my opinion. And the stock price may not move, and options could be very dangerous. Just saying. So we'll see what happens, but I have 0 options right now on either Intel or AMD. But I am looking at maybe possibly buying some options in the near future for Intel when they announce the earnings report. I'll be back with when they will be reporting earnings. This is so embarrassing. I thought that they had the earnings coming up here next week, but it was actually today. And it wasn't. They beat expectations because personal computers were up, according to this article. Intel beats as PC platform volume increased 33% from last year. It makes a lot of sense that PC sales are up because people are stuck at home, and they work at home scenario, getting people to upgrade their computers. So then that will generate more sales for Intel and more sales for Microsoft. But if Intel is gaining money on the PC unit sales, I think AMD is going to do extremely well when they report earnings. When they report the earnings next week. So we'll see what happens. But I think that AMD is going to report fantastic earnings. If Intel is reporting fantastic earnings, I think AMD is going to report fantastic earnings next week. So, but yeah, this is I was being an idiot. I guess, I'm just going to keep the video as it is, but because I made a mistake. But, as you can see here, Intel is doing pretty good. Their gross margin was 55%. I think in the past they had gross margins of closer to 70%. But because of AMD's competitive advantage, they're forced to lower the pricing of their products, thus getting their gross margins to go down. But still, Intel is still an extremely profitable company, and right now in the after-hour market, Intel is kind of pulling back, but it's not too dramatic. I was going to buy some put options, but I think it's good thing I did, because the stock price didn't really move anywhere. you have to get the price to move in a dramatic way for you to make money. But if we look at the previous earnings report, this one, the stock went from $61 all the way down to $48. This earnings report, the stock went from $53 all the way down to $42. And then I think this was the previous earnings report around April. It went from as high as $68 and then it went all the way down to $53 and then traded sideways for the whole quarter. And right now the price is down $1.56 after hours. I think Intel is probably, since it didn't really crash after hours, it's probably not going to move too much. But I think when AMD reports earnings, it's going to be fantastic. That's just my opinion. I have a zero position in both Intel and AMD. So yeah. Anyways, we'll see what happens, but I think AMD is going to destroy Intel. Let's look at AMD stock price right now. So AMD is down a little bit after hours. I definitely bullish on it, but again, fundamentals don't matter. The only thing that really matters at the end of the day when it comes to Intel versus AMD is investors. If investors, see AMD do fantastic and decides to pump the stock, then it'll go up. And I'm not talking about regular investors, I'm not talking about retail investors, I'm talking about big money. They're the ones that really move AMD stock at the end of the day. AMD right now has a current market cap of $110 billion. How did they have $110 billion already? That's a lot of money. 1.22 billion float. Interesting. So yeah, they have a $110 billion market cap. So their market cap's already high, but if we look at Nvidia, their market cap is like 3 times AMD. Nvidia, they just recently had a stock split and their market cap is $488 billion. So yeah, AMD can go a lot more, especially if Nvidia is $488 billion. I can see AMD be a $200 company in the future, but hey, that's just my opinion and it may not happen. We'll see what happens. So moving forward, anyways, that is it for the video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to sub, and have a great day. Bye.